Hi everyone, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with a little something different that I don't usually do on my channel. In fact, I don't think I ever have done one of these on my channel. I have a TBR for the month of March. I'm reading a lot for review, I'm reading a lot for book clubs, and I'm feeling that maybe I might have bitten off a little bit more than I can chew. So yeah, let's get into my March TBR. I'm going to start with the books that I'm reading for review. So I've been sent these very graciously and kindly by publishers. And the first one I am about halfway through and I'm really enjoying it. It is called Simple Passion by Ernaux, and I was very kindly sent this by the lovely people at Fitzcarraldo Editions. This is a story of an unnamed woman who is having an affair with a married man, and she's discussing all the difficulties that go along with that. This was originally published in French, and I think who has translated it? A lady called Tanya Leslie has translated this. In her spare, stark style, Ernaux documents the desires and indignities of a human heart ensnared in an all-consuming passion. Blurring the line between fact and fiction, she attempts to plot the emotional and physical course of a 2-year relationship with a married man, where every word, event, and person either provides a connection with her beloved or is subject to her cold indifference. With courage and exactitude, Ernaux seeks the truth behind an existence lived for a time entirely for someone else. Ernaux is one of my favourite contemporary writers. Original and true, always after reading one of her books, I walk around in her world for months. And that's a quote from a lady called Sheila Heti, and she is the author of a book called Motherhood. I'm really enjoying this. It's beautifully written and it's gorgeously translated from French into English by Tanya Leslie. And I'm so looking forward to getting a bit further into this. It's 48 pages long. I'm just under halfway through and it's glorious. So the next one is a middle grade book that I was graciously sent again by the author, who I follow on Instagram, and her name is Clair Savage. The book that she has written is a middle grade and it looks and sounds glorious. It's called The Story Forest, Unlock Your Imagination, and it's by Clair Savage. She has also written books called Magical Masquerade and Phantom Fantasia. I've never read any of these before and I haven't started this one yet, but I will get to this in March because it just sounds glorious. An adventure lies behind every bookcase. When Freddie finds a mysterious message asking him to save his town library, he discovers a fantastical world beyond the bookcases where stories are alive. Joined by Meg, a bookkeeper, and one of the guardians of books and libraries, Freddie travels to the story forest where he begins to understand the true magic of storytelling. With a rogue bookkeeper and a book-hating counsellor, both intent on destroying stories, however, there are also giant bookworms on the loose, devouring every book in sight. Can Freddie and his friends, including 2 schoolboys, a couple of silver surfers and a bookkeeper, save Port Stephen Library before it's too late? I'm so excited to get to this because it sounds incredible. And Claire has also signed this copy for me and put a little note in thanking me for saying that I would read and review. So I am going to get to this month and I can't wait because it sounds stupendous and I'm so excited. So the final one that I was sent for review is Trading Secrets by Rachel Eckles. And I believe I was sent this by Book Publicity Services, who are an American publisher, I think. I'll pop it down below or on the screen if I'm wrong. And if it's not there, I'm correct. There isn't much of a blurb on here. This tells the story of a young woman who works in Wall Street in New York, and secrets and lies and murder is the menu of the day, and I think it sounds fabulous. And it's because it's an American one, it's so floppy and I just love it. Yeah, so I'm excited to get to this one. Trading Secrets by Rachel Eckles. So the one that I'm currently reading, these are for like the book clubs and stuff that I'm part of. I'm part of Lil and Julie's Christie Fest, and on top of the Christie Fest book, which has just gone monthly as opposed to every second month, there is a book of the month as well. And the book of the month this month is Strong Poison by Dorothy L. Sayers. This is the folio edition, and it's just beautiful. My husband gifted me this for no reason, because he's just a beautiful human being, and yeah. So this is from 1998, and it's just in beautiful condition. So Dorothy L. Sayers, Strong Poison. This isn't the first book in the Peter Wimsey series, but this is where I have been advised to start. And obviously, because it's the book of the month for the Christie Fest group that I'm part of, I'm gonna give it a try. And I'm about 70 pages in, and I'm really enjoying it. I've been bedbound for the last few days because I've got the worst back pain. It's like a suspected herniated disc, and I'm very sore right now, and I should be in bed, but I didn't have any videos to upload this week, so I'm taking one for the team so that you have something to see. But yeah, I thought I'd read more of this, being able to like laze around in bed all day, but because of the medication I've been on, it's not really worked that way. The medication that I've been on is really strong, and it's been knocking me out. And I've been reading a few sentences here and there, a few paragraphs, and then I've been like zonked. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. This tells the story of Harriet Vane, who is an author, and we meet her. I do believe that she becomes Peter Wimsey's wife at some point later on in the series. But this is where we meet her. She is being accused of murder, the murder of her ex-boyfriend, and Lord Peter Wimsey is convinced that she is innocent, and he sets forth to prove the fact. And I believe that he does so. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. And this is beautifully illustrated inside as well. Let me find you a really nice illustration. Illustrations in these books are like buses. You wait for one to come along, and then it doesn't, and then you don't want it. It's 5 come along all at once. So there's Lord Peter Wimsey talking to, I believe the character's name is Miss Climpson, and it's just glorious. I love it. It evokes the time period that it was written in. This was first published in 1930. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. So the next one that I'm reading is for Christie Fest, and it is 5 Little Pigs by Agatha Christie. I've never read this one. This is a Poirot, and I believe that it tells the story of 5 different people who tell the same story but slightly differently, I think. And it's a crime that happened maybe 15 or 20 years before, and Poirot is called in to sort of solve the cold case almost. And I can't wait to get to this. How to find out the truth about a crime that was committed 16 years ago is indeed a problem. No wonder Carla Le Marchant, or Le Marchant, sought the best help available, and it was fortunate for her that she found Hercule Poirot, for as he said himself, "Rest assured, I am the best." Faced with the question, did Carla's mother, Caroline Crail, really commit the murder of which she was sentenced? He began to reconstruct in his mind events long past. She was an enigmatic character, this Caroline Crail, who had pleaded innocent, yet had not fought to prove it. Her life with Amyas Crail had been difficult, certainly. He was selfish, quarrelsome, inconsiderate, and unfaithful, even though he was a great painter, as some said. Approaching deftly and tactfully the other 5 people involved in the case, Poirot unravels bit by bit the true story of that summer day 16 years ago. It is a fascinating story which leaves the reader to marvel more than ever at Poirot's performance and to and to acclaim Mrs. Christie for yet another brilliant landmark in the history of detective fiction. I'm so excited to get to this. I think I have seen the TV adaptation, but like years ago when it was first on television. I'm really excited, and this is like a facsimile edition of the first edition that was published, I think in 1943. I think it was originally published, and this edition is from 2012. I'm so excited to get to this. And if you're interested in the Christie Fest this month, it's running between the 8th, which is Monday, and the 14th, which is Sunday. So it's a week. So feel free to join in with this, and tag Lil and Julie on Instagram, The Hungry Bookworm and Lil's Vintage World. But I'm so excited for this. So the next book that I'm reading is for another book club, and it's for Hannah Tay's Tay Book Club. This one sounds so interesting. It is Twilight by Elie Wiesel. Could it be God who has nothing better to do than to disturb Raphael with mysterious phone calls? Who is this anonymous midnight caller? Why has he attempted to undermine Raphael's faith in Pedro, the hero of his youth who helped him to survive the Holocaust? From his retreat at a mountain sanatorium in America, a university professor meditates on his Jewishness, his past, and that of his family in Poland, Russia, and Israel. Part metaphysical odyssey, part elaborate detective story, Twilight is an argument about faith, a vivid map of history, and not least, a searing and passionate attempt to understand Jewishness in our time. I think this is going to be one of these novels that's kind of, life-changing, and I look so forward to getting to it. And I think it'll be a quick one because the print is really rather large. But yeah, I'm excited. And the final book is for another book club, and it's Simon Savage and Melanie Sykes' book club, Sykes and Savage Book Club, and it's My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. I have been looking for an excuse to read this book ever since I bought it at the tail end of last year, and I now have that excuse, and I'm so excited. I shall read you the inside. All he did was fall in love with me, and the world turned him into a monster. Vanessa Y was 15 years old when she first had sex with her English teacher. She is now 32, and in the storm of allegations against powerful men in 2017, the teacher, Jacob Strain, has just been accused of sexual abuse by another former student. Vanessa is horrified by this news because she is quite certain that the relationship she had with Strain wasn't abuse. It was love. She's sure of that. Forced to rethink her past, to revisit everything that happened, Vanessa has to redefine the great love story of her life, her great sexual awakening, as rape. Now she must deal with the possibility that she might be a victim, and just one of many. Nuanced, uncomfortable, bold and powerful, My Dark Vanessa goes straight to the heart of some of the most complex issues of our age. I don't want to say excited, because that just sounds a bit wrong, but I'm really interested to read this book because that just sounds so glorious and so prevalent to the state of things in the last couple of years in world news. So yeah, that's going to be enlightening, I think. So that is my TBR for March. I've never done one of those videos before, a TBR video, but there we go. I'm reading for reviews, I'm reading for book clubs, and I'm reading a lot. So yeah, tell me what you're reading down below. We'll have a chat about it, because I want to know. Thank you for watching. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye bye.